Yeah, back to Germany, mate. Leave him alone, let him suffer his daddy. I fought against them Huns during the war. All right, that was years ago. The war's over. Forget it. Go on. Forget it, eh? Forget it. It's all forget the war now. Even when it was on, innit, eh? It's all have a drink, Tommy, and how's your girlfriend? Secretary about it! The Home Secretary! Oh, the past, ain't it? I'll never have it done again. But all is tired of us, isn't it? Don't say everything, mate.
What's the matter with him, Mum? Ain't he all ill or something? Shut up!
I'll give him one when
Looking at you.
Nothing wrong with him, really. Just lost his voice, that's all. Football.
How's your sister?
Just the same.
No better?
No. Went to see some specialist. Fella he sent her to.
Done her no good?
Don't seem to. Gave her a right going over, he did. Had her stripped. Yeah. Went all over her, he did. Poking here, poking there.
Done her no good, though?
Don't seem to. He said they'll never be any good again. Not as feet.
Makes you wonder if they know what they're doing, doesn't it, some of them?
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Hello. What's wrong with you then?
Lost his voice.
Lost his voice? Lost his voice? Bit quiet round your house then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It ain't funny.
I reckon it's funny. Yeah, how'd you lose your voice then?
Up in Glasgow at that match.
Well, you won't find it under there, mate.
Quiet.
Here else. Did you give him that lovely shiner?
No, he got that up in Glasgow and all. He's that touchy about it. Won't tell nobody how he got it. Will ya?
Shut up, you silly
Oh, lovely black eyes.
Silly devil of a... All the rubbish to boy out here.
Oh, write it down for him.
Oh, write it down.
Used up 3 notebooks yesterday.
No.
What are you here for, then?
Oh, it's not me. It's him. He's got all these habits, see? And I've got to keep taking him round to all these doctors so they can see him doing them.
Must be a worry.
It is. Of course, he's all right coming up on the bus. He's doing them all the time, all over everywhere, with everyone looking. I'm so ashamed. But as soon as I get him in front of the doctor and say, go on then, show the man your habits, he won't. I mean, it makes me out such a liar. Look at him. He ain't doing them now.
You're first, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, he started.
2 buses. That's the coloured one, that is.
Coloured what?
Yeah. Old Kelly's got a blackie in there now helping him.
Well, I don't mind them on the buses, but I don't think they ought to make them into doctors.
Of course they shouldn't.
And they get the same money as ours and all, but they don't do no more work for it.
No. I wouldn't fancy one of them examining me.
Nor me. My Alf was out there once, and he says that if ever they see a white woman, you know, no clothes on, like naked, some of them can't control themselves.
Who's first, please?
I'm waiting for Dr. Kelly.
Oh, Dr. Kelly isn't here.
Well, I'll wait till he arrives. It's all right.
Oh, he's on holiday.
Oh. Well, I won't bother then. Come on, Dennis. Come on, move quickly.
Who's next then?
Well, you are, Alf.
I'm not going in the silk.
Go on,
Come on, get
in there.
inside.
We don't want to be
Get your voice back and you'll be your old horrible self, mate. Go on.
Sit down, please. Name?
Golly, help, golly.
You've got a lovely black eye there. How'd you do that? What can I do for you?
Lost me voice, and
Well, let's have a look. Open your mouth. Wider. Much wider. Keep still.
front on behind.
Probably needs spraying. That would give you temporary relief. You've got a strained vocal cord due to overuse. Probably clear itself up, but just in case, I'd like you to see a colleague of mine, a throat specialist. I'll make an appointment for you to see him. You close your mouth now. It's due to strain. You do a lot of talking.
Well, I admit I enjoy a chat.
Well, try and rest it as much as you can, huh?
Here, that's coming back, isn't it? Here, up here, mate! Here, that's marvellous stuff, that is, isn't it? Marvellous.
I'll give you some to take home.
Oh, thanks very much. Here, you see what happened out there, didn't you? I mean, would you credit it? How rude can you get?
I beg your pardon?
All that lot out there, you know why they walked out, ain't you? It's because you're black. It's because you're a darkie, you see? I mean, all right. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I mean, see, what I say is this. If you want to have a colour bar, mate, you have a colour bar. I mean, have a bit of discreet about it. I mean... you don't want to go launching in people's faces. I mean, it's just bloody rudeness, isn't it?
I think you'd better come back and see me after you've been to the hospital.
Yeah, well, I'll see you, mate. Don't you worry about it. I'll see you. I mean, we're all ignorant, you know. See, I blame old Doc Kelly for all this. I mean, see, he ought never have brought you down there in the first place. They think that you still live in trees, all your lot. See, they don't realise some of you are quite intelligent. See, I was only saying to my son-in-law the other day, was watching the cricket on the telly, and I said to him, I said, it's amazing how quick some of them Sambos have picked this game up. Is that all then?
This way, Mr. Garnett.
Oh, it's one of Jingala's, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Sit down, open your mouth, there's a good chap. Yeah, been doing a lot of shouting, haven't you, eh? Quite bruised. And what about that eye, eh? How did you get that? Come on, gather round. Have a look at this. It seems to be a classic example. All right, up. Now, you see, the tracheal rings are roughly there. And the thyroid cartilage is... Jenkins, would you care to mark the thyroid cartilage? Wrong, Jenkins. 0 out of 10. It's here. You see, with this type of person, the breath coming up here is constricted due to the tension in the muscles here, thus inhibiting the free movement of the vocal cords here. Now you see, the voice, I should think. The voice is naturally coarse. This type of person, they talkative at the top of their voice all the time, and they speak from the throat rather from the diaphragm, which is near the abdomen here. Now this naturally puts a strain on the larynx. If only they were educated to better speech, it would help a great deal. Now if you listen to these sounds, you'll hear exactly what I mean. Would you say something?
Here, you've been eating Sanopods, mate.
Hey, isn't it peaceful, Ma? Eh?
Yeah. I don't want to sound cruel, but I wouldn't have minded if his voice had taken a bit longer to come back.
Oh, he's there. Look out.
What did the specialist say?
Specialist? Don't talk to me about specialist. 3 hours I waited up there for him.
Oh, God.
3 hours! Oh. And nothing to drink but a cup of National Health tea and a rotten fly-blown sandwich. Look, I pay me 16 and a penny every week, don't I, National Health, but they still have a cheat to charge me frumps for a lousy cup of tea and 6pence for a rotten sandwich.
What are you talking about, eh? Listen, that 16 and a penny you paid for, that's for your treatment. It's not for tea and sarnies.
Treatment?
Yeah.
That nice treatment I got, didn't I? 3 hours to wait to see that toffee-nosed git. And when I finally get in to see him, he's only teaching all his students on me, that's all. He's only taken them on a conductive tour around all my organs. Drawing all over me throat like it was a blooming diagram or something. Here, look at that. Look, still see the marks there? Yeah. Sauce. See it? And on top of all that, he starts making personal remarks about me. Tell everybody how bad I spoke and how I speaks out of my throat instead of out of my abdomen. What? Your abdomen, your belly, girl, your belly.
How can you talk out your belly?
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, your voice in your throat, innit? It's where your voice is.
Well, you talk out your mouth, don't you? That's where you talk out, not out your belly.
Yeah, look. Your vocal cords, where your voice is. See, that's where the sound comes from. Look, it's quite simple. I'll explain you.
Here, you're going to be long.
Why?
No, I'm just going to sit down, that's all.
Look, your vocal cords is like violin strings, see? It's like a lot of catgut here in your neck, see?
Ooh.
See, now look, what happens when you want to say something? You think of a thought to say up in your brain, didn't you? See? Now, a message is conveyed down all your passages, down to your vocal cords in here. And they start wobbling about like that.
What?
See? Like that. I've seen a picture of it on the telly. Now, them wobbling about like that throws the sound up into the mouth, what's like a large speaker, throws the sound out to the ear holes of the people what's listening to you. That's how your voice works.
Like the wireless.
Yeah, something like the wireless.
Only with the wireless, at least you can turn it off. Here, didn't he give you nothing for that eye?
Don't talk to me about black eye. Look, them National Health doctors, they don't know nothing, they don't.
What are you talking about? All the doctors are on the National Health now.
Yeah, well, more's the pity, mate, because when they was all private and you felt a bit dicky and went up to the doctors, all you had to bung in was £0.50. And if you didn't like what he was doing for you, it was your prerogative to take your £0.50 elsewhere. See? But nowadays, oh yeah, under your National Health, you not only got to pay your doctor a hell of a lot more, you got to pay him every week whether you're ill or not.
Don't talk so wet, will you? Hey, anyway, listen. What would have happened, say you hadn't got $50 to bung him then, eh? What did you do then? What did you do, eh?
Then you went to see the chemist, because some of them would do it for 1 and 6.
Look, never mind all the rabbit. Go and get my tea on.
No, it's not rabbits, a nice pork chop.
Anyway, the National Health's been a blessing to a lot of people.
What?
Yeah.
A blessing, National Health?
Yeah.
Get out of it. They don't use it, do they, mate? Who? Them, your lot, the Labour Party, the lot what brought it in. What, you can just... Oh, yes, I am all. Just you listen. You just imagine old Harold Wilson and his oppos, old Brown, old Callaghan, sitting up there in a National Health Hospital, can't you, waiting for 3 hours? I ain't drinking their National Health tea and eating their rotten fly-blown National Health sandwiches. You're laughing at your great get a minute, eh? They're straight up to Harley Street, ain't they? Up to your Lord Morons. That's where they go. Swilling back the champagne and stuffing the caviar.
Your pork chop won't be long.
God, blimey, what's in this muck to give me up the hospital? It's even worse, that stuff he gave me the other night.
Who?
That coon down the road.
Who?
The coon doctor! Old Kelly's gone off on holiday again and there's some Sambo in charge down the surgery.
I'm not kidding you. You don't have to get out my nose, you do, eh? Hey, listen, according to you, the National Health to take on, right? Dr. Kelly's a myth. Dr. Jingala's a coon. I mean, how ignorant can you get?
What are you talking about, ignorant?
You are. Listen, just because a man's black, according to you, he's either a coon or a Sambo.
Well, of course he's a coon. Of course he's a Sambo. Look, I ain't got nothing against the man, have I? But you've got to... You've got to face up the facts, didn't you?
Facts?
Yeah, the facts.
Facts. All right, you want facts, right?
Well, I'll give us the facts.
I'll give you some facts.
What?
Dr. Jingala is English.
Is this cattle?
He was born in Manchester.
Manchester? Oh, that's marvellous. Look, if he was born in Manchester, mate, must have been a blooming hot day up there the day he was born. Tell ya, Manchester.
But listen, it doesn't matter where he was born. It doesn't matter what colour he is. He's still a human being.
Yeah. Well, look, no one says he ain't a human being.
No, your dad didn't say that.
No,
your
no.
dad never said he wasn't human.
Look, I am one of the first to admit.
I mean, look at Hutch, he's human.
I'm always one of the first to admit it.
And Paul Robeson, he was all right.
Look, some of them I've got is quite intelligent, you see.
Al Jolson.
Oh?
Al Jolson.
What are you talking about, Al Jolson? Al Jolson wasn't a blackie, he was white.
He was black and sunny, boy.
Oh, you are, honestly, see, look, I lost me Freddie, you know?
Thank God, thank God.
Never mind, thank God. Here, wait a minute, I just remembered.
Go on.
Yeah, listen, I was the one what stuck up for that Sambo down there the other night. See, I went in and let him examine me.
Hey, listen, how liberal can he get, innit? A big man, I mean, he actually let a coloured doctor examine him.
Oh,
Hey.
makes me...
What are you talking about makes you sick?
You know what I'm talking about. Your intolerance,
Yeah.
your prejudice.
What's she on about? What are you talking about, prejudice?
Calling coloured people coons and sambos.
Well, what are they then?
They're Africans,
Yeah.
or they're Jamaicans, or they're wherever they come from. That's what they are.
They're black, though, ain't they?
Yes, yes.
There you are, then.
Well, what do you mean, there you are, then?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. All right, they're black, so?
So? They're black, you great pillock.
And that entitles you to call them coons and sambos.
Look, they're black. That's their colour.
Yeah.
And that's only a pigmentation of the skin.
Pigmentation, get out
Yeah,
of it.
pigmentation.
Hell.
It's brought about by living in hot climates, being out in the sun all that time,
Yeah.
that's all.
Oh, I wouldn't fancy it.
It's not a disease, you silly old moo.
Oi, don't you call her a silly old moon.
You're always calling her a silly old
Never
moo.
mind.
You never stop calling me a silly old moon.
It's my house, isn't it? I want to like it.
Look, wait a minute,
Saucy
wait a minute.
devil.
Look,
Saucy
listen,
lot.
just a minute. Look,
What?
look, every year people go abroad for holidays, don't
Yeah.
they? Right. They go to Majorca or the south of France, right? Now, what do they go there for?
I don't know. I think they're all mad. All them foreigners.
Mad.
Look, they go for the sun. That's what they go for.
Well, you can't beat Wagner.
And they sit out in it all day long trying to get brown.
Got a nice beach there.
And if any of them got as brown as Dr. Jingala, they'd be chuffed. They'd be dead chuffed.
Ridiculous.
Except for all that tar.
And I mean, they'd come home and they'd say, "What a marvellous holiday I've had. I mean, look how brown I am. You can't see any bikini."
Anyway, all that's been spoiled now, isn't it?
What has?
Bogner. It's all Chinese restaurants now, isn't it? Well, you can't even get a decent cup of tea there.
No, nor a plate of cockles.
Listen, I'm trying to get through to you. I'm trying, and you're not even listening to me. You won't listen, will you?
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Well, listen to this then. Look. I pay out pounds, I do, pounds on tan makeup trying to look brown.
That's right, because you see, if she walks around looking white, I mean, really white, you know, people are going to say, oh, yeah, not looking ill. I mean, look how pale she's looking, aren't they?
Yeah, and if white people look brown, like Dr. Jingwala, they say, oh, doesn't he look well? Because it's a healthier colour, isn't it?
Of course it is. But if you get an African or a Jamaican who comes over here, and he's brown, I mean, really brown, you know, like, well, people treat him as though there's something the matter with him. I mean, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Look, I don't know what you're going on about. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it ain't got nothing to do with the colour.
Well, what is it got to do with it, huh? What's it about?
Well, I mean, the colour is just simply the way you recognise them.
Recognise them as what?
As what they are.
Well, what are they then, eh?
Primitives, ain't they? They're primitives. I mean, they ain't had education like what we've had, have they?
Oh, you've had education, have you? Eh? Listen, I tell you something. You know that Dr. Chingala? He's got more degrees after his name than you've had off dinners.
Well, I'm not saying he ain't, mate, but he ain't a proper one, is he?
What are you talking about?
He ain't a proper black. I mean, you said it yourself, so he don't apply.
What are you talking about?
You said yourself that he ain't a proper one.
I never said
You said he was born in Manchester, so
Yeah.
Well, he ain't a proper blackie then, is he? I mean, the ones I'm talking about, they're your proper blacks, aren't they? The ones that was born in the jungle, your natives. I mean, don't tell me they're educated. Half of them are still eating each other.
Oh, devil. Talk some ruddy nonsense, a pair of them.
Oi, that's enough of that. All that swearing, I won't have it.
Look at him, he's always Lord Mary.
Yeah, well, I'm not having you, Lord Mary, not in this house.
Why not?
Because it ain't bloody ladylike, that's why. Saucy moon. You never started doing it neither till you took up with this scouse git.
Hey, well, there you go.
Hey, don't sit there mooning about your great pudding. Go and get me tea.
He started her on a lot of things, if you ask me.
Eh? What?
Yeah, you know what? Like setting her against me and her dad.
Well, what do you expect if you talk so much rubbish?
Rubbish, oh yes, it's always us what talks the rubbish. He never does, do he? Yeah, it seems he prefers the blacks to us and all.
Oh, God, lovely. Look, I'm not... Listen to me. I'm not talking about preferring anyone to anyone, am I?
No.
Look, all I'm saying is I just can't stand people going around calling other people coons and sambos.
No, me.
You're right, because, I mean, that Dr. Chingala, he's a good doctor.
Good doctor, Gerald.
He's a good doctor.
Just a moment, point of information. What did he ever do for me then, eh? Gerald, all he done for me, he looks down my throat, breathes curry all over me and sends me off to see a specialist. And you know why? Because he don't know what's wrong with me, mate, that's why. I mean, I reckon the only blooming cure that he knows is a couple of chicken bones under your pillar. Ignorant great coon.
You what?
Hey, he's a right daft little nignog he is, isn't he?
Oh.
Hey, listen. How would you like it if I called you a yid?
What are you talking about, yid? I ain't a yid!
You're Jewish, aren't you?
I ain't not Jewish!
You are! You know you are! Listen, they all know you around this area. Hey, and listen, and your grandfather's name was Solly Diamond.
Lies! It's all lies! Look at me! It's not lies!
It is not. It is not. Lies! Shut up a minute. It's not lies. Listen, your grandfather had a stall down Petticoat Lane. The Fish King. Solly Diamond, the Fish King.
It's all lies! Diabolical lies!
It is not lies!
It is!
What are you ashamed of, anyway? I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of in being Jewish.
I ain't Jewish!
You are!
I'm not!
I said you. Look at your Uta. I mean, that's the right kosher conch you got there, isn't it? Hey.
All right then. Mick!
All right, so Mick.
Yeah, you're a Mick. You've got a lot of Mick in you. Look at that. Look, pure Mick, them hands, ain't they? Look, real Mickey hands.
All right.
And your old man, he was 100% pure Mick, he was.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So, all right, my old man's a Mick. My old Mick, right? I'm Irish and I'm proud of it.
Old.
And you should be Jewish and proud of
All
it.
right, Jewish! All right,
You are not Jewish.
I ain't Jewish.
Your grandfather's name was Solly Diamond. Hey, come here. Who changed it to Garnet, eh? Was it you or your old man?
Just a minute, he's late. My grandfather's name was Garnet.
Diamond, Solly.
Somerset House. Have a look up in the record. All right, listen, I've got... He changed it, purely temporary.
Ah,
hell yeah. He changed it to Diamond. He changed my Garment to Diamond, purely temporary. Because if you want to get on up that Whitechapel Road, you're better off changing that to Jewish and making out like you're one of them.
You never told me you was Jewish.
I ain't Jewish. Look, it knows. Look at it. And I'm a Jewish, like a Roman. I ain't Jewish. I'm not.
What do you mean? You ain't Jewish? What are you doing? It's just a giveaway, waving your hand around. Listen.
What?
It's a well-known fact. It's a well-known fact that all Jews are very emotional people, Mr. Diamond. I mean, you're gonna be trousers too. Right, that's it. Look at that. Now listen, I'm going to tell you something. That's done it, hasn't it, eh? Okay. Yes, you bully. You went too strong, didn't you, there? Eh? Right, just a minute. Shut up. Right, you made me promise not to tell him how you got your black eye, didn't you? Eh? And you know what you've done to this, right? Well, that's it, innit? I'm going to tell him. I'll tell him. I'll tell me trousers, everything. Do you know how he got his black eye?
What?
Eh? Do you know? We was in this booze in Glasgow, see?
Yeah.
Right, after the match. And I'm not kidding you. He turns round, and we're having a few jars, right?
Yeah.
And him, the king of the diplomatic corps over there.
Liverpool? A load of old rubbish, you know. I mean, they couldn't even beat a few lousy crowds out there. Look, if I'd been West Ham, mate.
Hey, wait a minute. West Ham's been beaten either.
No, but if they'd have been a league champions, they would have beaten, wouldn't they?
Right.
Happy Hammers!
Hey, Dad, hey.
What?
Hey, hang on a minute, hey.
What?
Look who's over there. There's a couple of the Liverpool players there.
What?
Hey! Liverpool! Come on.
We all that row.
Liverpool! Listen, hey, Dad, listen. You're only standing in close proximity to two of the greatest players in the world. That's all.
Who's that?
The
What are you
greatest
talking
players in the
about?
world. Willie Stevenson, the greatest left half in the world, and the
Get
greatest
off.
centre forward in the world, Ian St. John.
Hey, the greatest
Of course,
Bobby Moore, that's the
Bobby
greatest.
Moore, he can't even
Happy
say that.
Hammers!
Hey,
Down, Happy
the
Hammers!
Scottish selectors are mad. You should have picked the pair here. You're the greatest, I'm telling you.
Nah, good.
I'm telling you, you're the greatest.
Hey, not a
Hey, have a drink, have a drink. Go on, I'm going to buy you a drink. Look, all right to shout.
Look here. You don't mind me saying, do you? You know where you went wrong tonight, ain't you? See, you know you made like a diagonal pass, like over the top of the Jerry. See, you went over there. See, but you see, you give it him. See, and you fluffed it, didn't you, you twit? No, you don't mind me saying, do you? No. Look, I tell you what. See, instead of giving it to the cart horse here, what you ought to done, instead of giving it never mind, excuse me, I'm trying to learn you something here, ain't I? And my teacher, now listen, of course, I mean, he ain't got to coordinate the movement, is he? That's the trouble. It's all arms and legs. If there'd been Sir Stanley Matthews out there, see, what he'd have done with his great sat-up-tier movement, he'd been off down the wing, see, and thinking about it, he'd give it in to Jimmy Greaves, out to Tommy Lawton, give it out to Drake, see, Tommy Trinder's in the middle, and boof, it's in the goal, isn't it? See, instead of giving it to this monkey here,
What? Away and shut your geggy. Him what you call a monkey is Ian St. John, and he's your international centre forward. A gay, broad, fit boy, and if you don't shut your Sassenach mouth, you'll get your teeth in your horn to play with.
Here, just a minute. You Jerry's all the same, ain't you? There's a sauce, proper hands. It's just because you won the game out there, mate. You never won the war, did you? We won you there, didn't we, camarade, eh? It was all kaput, wasn't it? And Blitzkrieg and Adolf Hitler. Well, mine came for you. Talking what? What's the matter with him?
I can't leave you for 5 minutes, can I? So it's all down to Marquis of Queensberry's, isn't it, eh? and that is how he gets his black eye. That's how he gets racial prejudice, I'm telling you. Because he can't stand the Irish. He can't stand the colours. He can't stand the Germans. And he can't stand the Jocks. Hey, and what's even worse is he can't even tell the difference between them.
Yeah. And another thing. If you're Jewish, you didn't ought to be eating that pork chop.